Hi guys, 288 function notation. So this is a new topic. It's quite difficult. It was always in A level. So since the new spec change in 2017, it's gone into GCSE. So this is grade 7 plus. We're going to take it in steps, nice and slowly. So one task a day. So you can give yourself some time to get your head around. Okay, so first thing, functions are like equations and can be treated as such. You know what that is. That means y is 2 lots of x plus 3. If we look at the one above, this is the notation you use for functions, f of x, and it's said like f of x. Okay? So these two things are the same. So if I wanted to find, for example here, if I knew that x is 10, then what would I do to get y out? Well, this is like a straight line graph, or you could link it to sequences. So I would just go take the 10, put it in where the x is, and work out an answer. So that would be y is 2 times 10 plus 3, which is 23. Okay, so we've done that before. So for these types of question where you've got this, that means f of x. So therefore when you see evaluate, that means work out an answer to. And then f of 10, that just means where x is 10. So work out the function when x is 10. So all I need to do is substitute this into where x is, because think about x has been replaced by 10. That's the key thing for this substitution. X has been replaced by 10. So f of 10 is 2 times 10 plus 3. We've just done that, 23. So f of 10 is 23. Okay, so straightforward substituting in. So then question 2. So substitute the 10 into where the x is. So the 10 goes into there. Just like when you've got y equals 2x plus 3, this is the same as like y equals 3x plus 8. So it's just a case of substituting this. Remember, x has been changed for 10. So 3 times 10 plus 8 is, remember, that's what we've just substituted in. It's 30 plus 8, which is 38. Okay, fairly straightforward this. Next one. So the difficulty comes with can you deal with negative numbers, squares, etc., etc. So that's what the next questions are about. So next one, 4 minus 7x. So evaluate f of minus 2. So again, I'm substituting that into where the x is, because x has changed from x to minus 2. So that'd be 4 minus 7 times minus 2. So be careful with BIDMAS. So it's 4 minus 7 times minus 2. So which one do you do first in BIDMAS? Well, BIDMAS says between the takeaway and the times, you would do the times first. So you're going to do this part first. Okay, so that'll be 4 takeaway. Right, 7 times minus 2 is minus 14. Be careful, there's a minus there. So if you take it like that, 7 times minus 2 is minus 14. Okay, so it's minus minus 14, which is 4 plus 14, and that makes 18. So f of minus 2 for that function is 18. Next one. So these two, there's slightly different notation. So f2x, that means f is mapped. Okay, so f of x is mapped to 3x squared minus 9. It's exactly the same as what's above, it's just this notation is slightly different, which you might see. So again, minus 2 gets replaced in where the x is. So 3 times minus 2 squared, because it's just the x I'm replacing, minus 9. Right, in BIDMAS, which one do you do first? You do the powers first. So 3 times minus 2 squared means minus 2 times minus 2. Do not do minus 2 squared on your calculator because it would turn out with minus 4. You know that minus 2 times minus 2 is positive 4. So it'll be 3 times 4, take away 9. Again, BIDMAS, which one do you do first? 3 4s because it's times. That's 12 minus 9, which will be 3. So f of minus 2 for that function is 3. Number 5. Evaluate. So again, work out f of 1. So f of x is mapped to 4x minus 9 all squared. So again, this is just about substituting in and then being careful with BIDMAS. So bracket 4 times 1 minus 9 all squared. So it says do brackets first normally. So I'm going to do the inside of the bracket. Right, which comes first? Is it the times or is it minus? It's the times. That's what says BIDMAS says tells us to do. So 4 times 1 is 4 minus 9 and then that's all squared. So then work that out inside the bracket. 4 take away 9 is minus 5 and that's squared. Well, you should know minus 5 squared is the same as minus 5 times minus 5, which is 25. Next one. So these last two, one's got square roots in and one's got fractions. So exactly the same. The other difference here is this has got g. So you normally will see f of x, g of x, or h of x. They're normally the three that you're going to use. Okay, function, and then they just use an x2 after if you've got more functions than just one. So substitute in. So x is 3 this time. Replaced x with 3. So 3 goes in where x is. So it will be square root of 2 times 3 minus 2. Work out what's underneath first. So the times comes first. 2 times 3 is 6 minus 2. And then 6 minus 2 is 4. So it's the square root of 4. And the answer is 2. And finally, the ones with fractions. So you'll notice here there's 2 places where the x is going to go. So you've got to put the x as 0 in this case into both of those places. So 5 times 0 minus 4 over 0 minus 3. So 5 times 0 first, because that's times first, is 0. Take away 4 is minus 4. And in the bottom, 0 minus 3 is minus 3. And then you can simplify that down. Well, 4 over 3 you can't do anything with. But minus divided by minus is positive. So that just turns into 4 over 3. Okay, reminder that this is, like I said before, this is a tough grade question, okay? And it was from A level. If you can do these, you're doing exceptionally well. You might need to take a little bit more time with it so that you're trying to understand, and then you'll be in a better position when we get to school, back to school again. Okay, final question on this clip has got some powers in it. So this is quite difficult now. This is like pushing up. You need to understand what this means as a power. So if I said to you 2 to the power 3, you should know that means 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. Okay, so that's all we're going to do is replace the numbers. It's just substitution. It's just a little bit trickier. So I'm replacing this 2 into the x there and there, so in both places. So that would be f of 2 is 2 to the power of 2 minus 4 times 2. Right, BIDMAS says do indices first. 2 squared is 4 minus, and then 4 times 2 is 8. So minus 4 times 2 is minus 8. So 4 minus 8. Answer is minus 4. Done.